Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Straight Fire Picks. Best bets for NBA on Thursday, December 2nd, 2021. My name is Steve. We're going to have 3 picks here for you today that I think are great value bets for this Thursday NBA slate. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support in the channel. If y'all could hit that like and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers here by the end of the week. We're on the stretch run. Be sure to also check out our community Discord. I'll have a link to that in the comment section and in the description where you can check that out. Great place to connect with our community and to get new ideas for bets. Be sure to also place your favorite pick down below in the comment section. If you'd like it included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick and we'll include it in the video if it hits. Alright, now getting into the results from the previous episodes. We went 2 and 3 here on our straight picks on the channel. Now, if you do follow us on TikTok or Instagram, we hit our max value play yesterday of Daniel Gafford, 10 plus rebounds at plus 420 odds. Huge hit on that. So if you guys are interested in some risky plays that pay out a ton, be sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We're putting out value picks on there. Now, as far as our results here on the channel, like I said, 2 and 3, we were able to cash the Cleveland Cavaliers plus 7.5 spread. They ended up winning by a ton. A lot of injuries there for the Heat. Got good value on that. We also cashed the Devontae Graham over 3.5 assists as well, fairly easily. He finished with 6. Missed on Jokic's PRAs. Got off to a great start. Had 18 PRAs in the first quarter, and he finished with 40. And they straight up lost to the Magic. So go figure. What can you do? We also missed on the total, the under there in the Wizards-Timberwolves game. That game finished with 222 points. And then we missed on Reggie Jackson over 17.5. He finished with 12. Finished with 0 points in the second half. He had 12 at halftime, 0 in the second half. The Clippers, another game where, Clippers just straight up lost to the Kings. Kings were in control throughout, so what can you do? He didn't even play in the fourth quarter, so not all I can do about that. We're going to get after it today, though, guys. We're going to get this 3-0. So getting right into our picks. And number 1, we are going with the Oklahoma City Thunder plus 9 spread here versus the Memphis Grizzlies at minus 110 odds. So we got no Ja Morant here for the Grizzlies, obviously, again. And instantly I was looking at this line like, why is that line so big? Josh Giddey was out yesterday for the Thunder. Not sure if he's going to play, so, consider that as far as with your bet. But should have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the rest of the Thunder boys there. So, this is one of those things where I just think the Thunder keep this close. Honestly, the Thunder, surprisingly, have been one of the best teams against the spread this year, believe it or not. They're 13-8 against the spread. That's 4th in the NBA for the Oklahoma City Thunder, despite their bad record. They're 6-4 on the road against the spread. They're 2-1 against the spread with no rest. So they played yesterday. How did they perform the next day? Well, they're 2-1 against the spread with no rest. So that's obviously very good as well. Oklahoma City plays decent defense. That's really kind of what they do. They're 13th in defensive efficiency. Their offensive efficiency just isn't there. They're 29th in offensive efficiency. It's pretty much a reverse here for Memphis, though. Memphis is actually 30th in defensive efficiency and 13th in offensive efficiency. So this is kind of one of those things where, I honestly see, fairly evenly matched teams here. I mean, you can give an edge to the Grizzlies, of course, even without Morant. But, do they blow them out? Should they blow them out? No. Ja Morant, you can't tell me the Grizzlies are a better team without Ja Morant. That's just not the case. Now, I know, the Grizzlies have had a couple wins here the last couple days without him, but by and large, it's a very small sample size. I think over the long haul, you'll see that, the Grizzlies definitely are not a better team without Ja Morant. So, looking historically between these two teams last year, like to check out last year's stats. So all 3 between these two teams last year were within 9 points or less. So obviously I like seeing that. And we get a really big boost here if Josh Giddey could play too. I'd love to see him on the court as well, but his stat is still up in the air. So love it there for our number 1 pick. Oklahoma City Thunder plus 9 spread here versus the Memphis Grizzlies at minus 110 odds. Okay, and at number 2, we are rolling with DeAndre Ayton. Over 11.5 rebounds here for the Phoenix Suns at minus 110 odds. So Ayton is actually 8-7 to this line on the season. 4-4 at home. You're like, all right, Steve, I'm not seeing an edge there. But Ayton is 7-2 versus the top 11 teams allowing the most rebounds to centers. If that made sense what I just said. He's 7-2. So when it's a great matchup, he takes advantage of it. And in the 2 losses, he had 10 and 11 rebounds. So he was, on the hook in one, and he still had 10 in the other. So obviously, I love seeing that. Really, this is another one of those games where you're just kind of hoping it stays moderately close so it doesn't affect his minutes. And I never put a team beating a team by like 30 to the point where it affects players' minutes. I mean, it can happen. This line is 12.5, obviously, in favor of the Suns. But I think the Pistons have enough here to keep it close with Cade Cunningham, Jeremy Grant. I'm not going to trust the Pistons a lot, but I think they keep it moderately close so we don't affect Ayton's minutes too much here. And like I said, great matchup here for Ayton. Pistons allow the 5th most rebounds to centers, so we love seeing that. Ayton cashed this in both games versus the Pistons last year with 13 rebounds apiece in each of those games. He's 4-2 in his career versus the Detroit Pistons to this line. So I like seeing that, honestly. He's at home. Ayton, definitely expecting him to be on the glass here. Pistons have a way of firing up a lot of misses. So love it there for our number 2 pick. DeAndre Ayton over 11.5 rebounds here for the Phoenix Suns at -110 odds. Okay, and at number 3, we are going with Julius Randle over 35.5 PRAs here for the New York Knicks at -115 odds. So Randle just 10 and 11 to this line on the season, but he's 2-0 versus the Chicago Bulls. He's actually 5-0 versus the Chicago Bulls in his last 5 versus the Bulls, going back to last year and the year before. So obviously, I like seeing that. Honestly, he's able to take advantage of a good matchup. Chicago allows the 7th most rebounds to power forwards and the 11th most points to power forwards. So it's obviously very good. Chicago also allows the 17th most assists to power forwards. That's not great. It's middle of the pack. Not really a great edge from that sense. But Randle is such a good passer of the basketball that I like having his extra value there for the assist. He actually, having his assist versus the Bulls earlier this year was very advantageous. He had 9 assists in one of the games where he cashed versus the Bulls. So it was actually very important because I think he finished with 29 points and rebounds and he had 9 assists. So his assists really helped cash the line there. Played a big role in it. So I just like having that value, with that. And I think, Randle here, like I said, drawing a great matchup. Historical greatness against the Bulls as well. And I'm expecting a big night from him. So take it there for your number 3 pick. Julius Randle over 35.5 PRAs at -115 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Like I said, also be sure to check us out on TikTok and Instagram as well. I'll have links down below in the comment section, description, homepage, everywhere, where you can check that out. It's just, I have a lot of fun with those. They're fun videos, but they're also great value videos. I seek out great value where you could really get paid on one play. It's going to be plus 200 or better at the minimum. Last night was plus 420, and we cashed. So check us out there if you guys are interested in a play like that. Other than that, that's going to do it for me. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. We'll have an NFL video here coming out soon for Thursday Night Football. We need to get back on track in the NFL. Had a really rough stretch in the NFL. But NBA has been solid to us here, so let's keep it going, guys. Let's get a winning day today. Wish you all the best of luck. Have a great rest of your day, and peace out.